Hey everybody, Dan's here from Sales is King and want to wish you coming up tremendously happy Thanksgiving. Have a great and wonderful time with your family. There's a lot to be grateful and thankful for, I'm sure, in our business lives. As a matter of fact, we've got this great hashtag thankful going on down here. I just recorded an entire video on LinkedIn, which it just completely destroyed. So I'm on take 2. Hopefully it'll be as great and compelling as the last one I did. But first and foremost, new episode of Sales is King is out. Check it out. It's the power of giving. It ties right into the holiday and what everybody's thinking about. But you'll love it. Again, it's based on a video I did earlier in the week on the book Give and Take by Adam Grant. It's tremendous. It's about giving in business and how the givers are the successful people, the takers are not, and the matchers are the scorekeepers, and they can go either way. But the episode on the podcast talks about the power of giving, what you can do to deepen your network relationships, the quality of those relationships, and also expand your network. So check that out. That's business point number 1. Number 2, I want to talk about a common objection that we hear today in sales, and it's been probably the number 1 objection that we have to deal with for the last zillion years, and that is your price is too high. And that's an interesting one, and one that we've learned quite a bit on how to get around. And rather than talking about price, we want to shift the conversation to value, because value is long-term and price is short-term. Price is just today, price is the contract, price is the acquisition cost. Value is the benefits over the long term. What your product or solution will deliver to the customer over time, what it's going to be worth to them. So the importance of creating a compelling value story is critically important. So when we talk about value, there's many different components to that, right? So we can break that down. Value can be cost saving, right? Number 1. Value can be sales increases or incremental benefits in revenue. Number 3, value can be risk avoidance, right? So there are a number of different areas where we can quantify the value and put that into our story. And we're able to bottom line it for the customer. And this is very important because, as we know, there's many folks involved in the buying process. And then we go into wonderful procurement, which is a necessary evil. Sorry guys, I love you guys out there, but, and I know you guys, you need to know bottom line stuff. It's all about the numbers with you guys. And the CFO gets involved, and it's all about quantification. So if you don't have the quantification, you're going to stall. And there are so many deals that stall out and people go into black holes. So we're going to do the quantification for you first and foremost. Very important. In addition, when we're talking about quantification, we're going to quantify the status quo, which is hugely important. The cost of doing nothing, because what happens, many of these buyers are risk averse. They're comfortable with the day-to-day. Why should they stick their neck out and buy your solution? So we've got to establish that the status quo is a risk, and we do that. And not only do we do that, but we quantify it. We quantify what it's costing you today to stand pat. And it's hugely impactful, because what we're going to do is we're going to expose the status quo as their enemy, and they're going to have to move to your solution. So that's the quantification part. The story. Why do we talk about a story? Well, we talk about a story because emotion is a huge component in decision making. Obviously in B2C, it's almost 100%, right? It's kind of emotional. I want those shoes. Or you see something on TV, you see something on Instagram. I got to buy that. Click, click, boom, done. Business to business, a little bit different, but emotion is still there because the buyers are consumers at heart. So we've got to appeal to them emotionally. We've got to show them on an emotional level why they should make this decision. So we've got to be able to tell a compelling story. How do we do that? Right? How do we tell a compelling story? I'm sure we have many great stories. We want to tell a story about how you, the vendor, has solved this issue before with another prospect, with another customer, with many customers, giving them the confidence. But the story has to be relevant. Well, how does it become relevant? It becomes relevant by doing the proper discovery, by asking the key questions, by uncovering with the prospect what their challenges are, their priorities. What are they wrestling with? Why are they talking to us to begin with? What's the intention of the meeting? Why are we meeting here? What are you trying to solve? And then not only what are you trying to solve, why are you trying to solve it? And then what happens if you don't solve it? How important is it? Is this the top of the priority list? Is this a nice to have? We just feel like we want to chat about it. How urgent is it? These are all critical to understand before you can tailor your value story to that individual or group of individuals. Now, at Alinean, we do this. We quantify for you the value. We do the messaging. We create the tools in such a way that they're interactive, that they can essentially pivot based on who is in the meeting. And this is critical. Many people keep telling us this. Hey, Dan, I've got 3 or 4 decision makers. They're all coming at value from a different angle. How the heck do we do this? Well, the messaging that we build on the front end is going to tackle all the different roles. If it's 5 different decision makers, CMO, CIO, CSO, business leader, whoever it is, we'll build out the value messaging pathways and then load them into the tool. The tool will intelligently, depending on who you select up front, the industry, the role, will tune itself intelligently to help walk you through the most effective value story, which includes the insights, the benchmarks, the quantification of the status quo, the financial justification of what the solution will do for you in the long run, and get them off this price nonsense with this short-term, nearsighted hang-up. So that's the message for today. Check out Alinean.com. We've got 60 clients. We've been doing it for a long, long time. It's very compelling. We're helping sales teams win more business, move people out of the no decision category, get your price, get the deal across the finish line. Have a great Thanksgiving. Sales is king, baby. Stay with it.